Masters. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody is fabulous. So, I know, boo-boos. I have been gone for a very long time. Like, I know. A lot has been going on, my little boo-boos, but do not worry. I have missed you guys from the bottom of my heart, with all my heart, I was gonna actually say. I have missed you guys, every single one of you guys. I mean, you know, we always used to interact on the comments and stuff like that, so I do miss you guys very, very much. I'm glad that I'm actually coming back. I know I am coming back slowly but surely. And how funny, right? We start coming back on the one holiday, one of my most favorite holidays of ever, Halloween, boo-boo. So that's what we're going to be working on right now, boos. So we're going to go ahead and do a really, really simple Halloween card. I want to go ahead and start making some like now, because I want to go ahead and mail them out by like the 1st of October, because we kind of want them to go out pretty early. So then like that, you know, I'll get all of these cards out of the way. So we're going to go ahead and knock out some cards every week, and we're gonna go ahead. I'm thinking that I'm gonna do probably 2 designs per week, and then the rest of the week we're gonna go ahead and work on like decorating projects, or we're gonna go ahead and do like tags and rosettes and all that stuff, because I need to stock up on all of these little items again too, because I'm also sending out some little goodies to some of my really close friends and my little family. So we're gonna go ahead and work on that, so stay tuned for a lot of those Halloween videos. And then also I'm gonna kind of incorporate some sort of like Halloween birthday cards and Halloween birthday tags and stuff like that, so that we can go ahead and use those for all of our October babies, because you know we have a lot of October babies too, boo-boo, you know. And I love to give a little Halloween birthday card to all these October babies, because it's my favorite holiday, guys. Well, this and Christmas, of course. I would say Thanksgiving, but I mean, it's not really my favorite. I mean, I love to eat, don't get me wrong, boo-boo, but for these past few years, since we haven't been able to gather with our family, it's kind of like sucks. So, you know, Miguel and I do the best that we can. And so, anyhow, I'm just rambling, and I know you guys want to get down and dirty, because I know you guys missed this little tutorials I've been doing. So, let's get down and dirty, boo-boos, and I will see you in a bit. Alrighty then, my little crafty monsters, let's get down and dirty and make these little bad boys right here. Yes, he's still doing that. So right here we have these Halloween little confettis. They're kind of like the table scatters that we purchased. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I did get those. Where did I get those? I totally forgot. Well, this is the paper pack that I've had for a while. This DSP paper is from Michaels, and I'm going to go ahead and just use this as one of the layers for our little greeting card. And this is the little table scatter. I'm going to use those 2 little witches. Well, there's 3 of them, but I'm making 2 cards. So those little witches, those circles, I'm going to use those as like the main focus point. You guys will see. And so right here, we're going to go ahead and just look for any little clip art that I can go ahead and use. This is stuff that I've already printed, and I just need to cut it. I'm sorry about my cat, guys. He is outside of my door trying to get in. And so he's just out there crying. So anyway, I didn't really find anything, but we're going to go ahead and just go with the flow. I don't really have an idea of what it is that I want to do, but I do know that I want it to be Halloween-ish. So that's why I'm just looking for things, because I'm trying to get like a little idea of what I'm going to do. I know that I do want to use some spider webs, and I do want to use like maybe some metallic paper and stuff like that. That's why I pulled out that red metallic, because we're going to also do some like little blood dripping from the card. You guys will see. So right here, I'm just going to go ahead and cut my card mats to whatever size that I need for this A2 card. And if you guys need any measurements, we will go ahead and I'll put a link to my 101 card making video that I made. I'm talking about like years ago, but it kind of gives you more or less of like the measurements and all that good stuff. So right here, I'm just, like I said, I'm cutting all of the card mats and my card bases, and this is basically going to be a super easy little card. Like I said, I'm going to use those little confettis, those table scatters, the little circles with the witch in the middle. I'm gonna use those as my focus, like, you know, the center. So like that's gonna be the focus of the whole entire card. So we're gonna make it work. These are some Halloween Tim Holtz dies that I purchased, I want to say about 2 years ago, because it was about 2 years ago. And I'm just gonna go ahead and use the spider web on this. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this out on regular cardstock paper. And this is a 65-pound paper, and I'm going to go ahead and cut out 4 of them because I'm basically going to use 2 spider webs per card. And so you're going to see me go ahead and cut out 4 of them. They kind of like are a little intricate, these little cuts, these little dies of the spider webs, and you guys already know that because that's like with any spider web die that you buy. And you know, the little web is so thin that you have to be really careful, and I kind of want to make sure that I cut, you know, that it cuts through completely. That's why I'm running it twice every time I'm going to cut one of the spider webs. And then I have this little like Sizzix brush that I kind of like go over, and it basically cuts out all of the little negative cuts out of the die, and it kind of just makes it a little bit easier so that you don't have to sit there and poke out every single one of those little pieces from the negative cut. And so we're going to go ahead and put our Sizzix away. Now just keep it close by because you are going to be using it again for other stuff. If you have these dies, then you're basically mimicking the same exact design of cards, you're going to have to use it again because we are going to go ahead and use the drip. You know how the blood drips? Well, I have a die that does that, and so we're going to go ahead and use that. So keep it close by. And so now that we have everything here, we're going to go ahead and cut another card mat. And this card mat is going to basically be the one that is going to go in the inside. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to stamp the sentiment on here, which I like to do that first before you glue it onto the actual card base, just in case you guys mess it up, because a lot of the times, like, I do mess it up. Either I'll have like a fingerprint on there, or I'll just like I'll just stamp the sentiment kind of crooked, or it's just a little off or whatever. So for whatever reason, that's why I do not glue this onto the card until I have the sentiment stamp in there, because then like that, if you mess up, you could just turn around the paper and stamp the other side, because you all know that Jesse has effed it all up before, and you've seen when I actually have to turn the paper around and re-stamp the sentiment or whatever it is that I'm doing. So right here, we're just going to go ahead and get our little stamp block, and we're going to just pick up that little stamp which says Happy Halloween. And I'm also going to go ahead and I'm going to ink the edges, because I want it to kind of be a little, you know, that little dirty feel, kind of a little Halloween, kind of little spooky looking little accent that gives. And you guys know that I do a lot of the, you know, I ink the edges on a lot of my projects when I'm crafting, because I just like the way that looks. I love distressed looking things and things that look vintage and old and all that stuff. And I feel like this actually works really good when you're basically doing Halloween stuff. And so you guys see how I'm just going to go ahead and center that. I did F it all up right here, boo-boos, but I went back, and the good thing about that block is that it's clear and the stamp is clear, so I went ahead and I stamped it again. This is just regular water that I'm putting on a rag, and this is what I'm cleaning my stamps with, because you should always clean your stamps and put them away when you're not using them. And so right here, I'm just going to go ahead and pick up this little candle holder. OMG, guys, I'm in love with this little stamp. That little candle holder is super duper cute. You can't really see it right here, but it has like little skulls in the bottom part of the little of the candles, and it's just a little Halloween feel right there. Kind of a little accent. It doesn't really give you that much stuff. I mean, that much room to go ahead and write a sentiment, but you know, you could always put love whoever is giving away the card and stuff like that. And you don't really need to write a lot of stuff on here. It's just really to and from, and you're good. I mean, the happy Halloween sentiment right there, that's about it. So right here, I'm trying to see if I find like anything that will actually call my name and say like, hey, boo boo, put me in the front of the card. But I did find like two little things. However, I don't end up using it because I feel like there was enough going on in the front of the card, so I didn't really need to put like a sentiment in there. But as you can see, I did have these little two clip arts that I have next to that spider, and those are what I was originally going to put in the front, but you know, I just said no, we ain't gonna do that. So right here, I'm just going to go ahead and cut a piece of red metallic paper, and then we're going to go ahead and run that little blood drip die on this metallic paper, because we're going to go ahead and attach it to the card to make it look like it's that little belly band that we're doing on the card. It's going to make it look like that was blood and it's just dripping. You guys will see. It does get covered up a little bit with the spider web, but since the spider web is kind of like a little net, you guys could basically see, you know, see it in the background. And then you still get like the edges. If you guys want to go ahead and put the little blood dripping in front of the spider web, that actually works pretty good too. But I did it in the back because I just wanted the spider web to be in the front. You guys will see once I start putting that together. So right here, I'm just going to go ahead and start warming up my glue gun, because I am going to be using some of that little eyelash yarn that you guys always see me put, and that's going to be like a little accent. So right here, I'm just going to go ahead and glue all of the card mats onto the card bases. And then after I get this done, I'm going to go ahead and put that card mat in the inside of the base once we're all done putting everything on here, because in case we just mess it up and I have to start all over. I mean, I always work like that. You guys have always seen me work like that. But right here, this is the little belly band that we're putting on here, and then we're going to go ahead and just attach the blood dripping. I know you guys can't really see it right here on the video, but it is the little blood dripping, and it's the same paper, so kind of makes it look like that's the way we cut the paper. And so I just measured it, and now we're going to go ahead and add a little bit of tiny glue. You don't really want to add too much glue, because if you do, once you're pushing this down, it's going to basically, the glue is going to seep through, you know, on the edges of the cardstock, and you kind of don't want to get any glue on the front of that metallic paper, because once you do that, it is really hard to take it off. Like, you can't take it off, trust me. I have tried to do that so many times. And that's with any metallic paper, because once you get a little bit of glue on there, it shows. And so right here, I'm just going to go ahead and glue the spider web on the bottom part of the belly band, and then on the top part, kind of like giving it a center, like a, you know, like something that'll make it pop. And so that's what I'm going to do right here. And then I'm going to actually put that little witch in the very center of that belly band. And you guys are going to see how fast that this card actually comes together. Now, if you guys don't have these exact spider web dies, you guys have a regular spider web die. You can go ahead and just run that through your Sizzix and just cut it in half, and use half in the bottom and half on the top. I do have one of those that's the whole complete one, but I just thought that this is actually cute because it'll just make it look like they're two separate spider webs, because they're two separate complete spider webs. And so right here, I'm just going to go ahead and put my sentiment, the card mat that has the sentiment in the inside, just glue that in there. And you guys are almost done with this card, boo-boo. So then once I get this down, and then I'm going to go ahead and start putting the fringe or the little eyelash yarn onto those little circles with the witches. I like how those circles are actually iridescent. You can't really tell right here, but they are iridescent, and they have kind of like that really different color shimmer to it, which is something that I really, really like. Right here, I'm just using my little pick tool because I don't want to use my fingers. You guys already know that us crafters, we use the hot glue a lot, and we burn our fingers, and so a lot of us don't have fingerprints anymore because we've burned them off. But anyway, so I'm using my little pick tool to kind of push that down so that it gets, you know, it gets it glued down properly. And then right here, I'm just going to go ahead and glue that down with some hot glue to make sure that that does not go anywhere. This card, for some reason, like, I really love how it came out. I had, like I said, I had no idea what I was going to do. I really didn't know at all. I just like brought everything out, and I was just looking at everything, and I'm trying to like picture, sorry, I'm trying to picture like what it is that I want to do, and so I just was going with the flow. So that's how we did this card. Usually I have a plan and I have a visual of what I want, but right here I just said I'm gonna go ahead and use spider webs, and I want to use some sort of a metallic paper, and I also wanted to use those table confettis, those, you know, the little table scatters. And so now we're all done, my little boo-boos. This is like, that's it. This is how easy it was to make this little card. And right here I'm trying to see if I am going to actually add these sentiments, but I actually don't, because I feel that that card has enough stuff in it to basically pop and catch the eye. So these are them, my little crafty monsters. Welcome back, my little crafty monsters. So that's how easy it was to make these little Halloween cards. They came out super cute. I just went with it. There was really no design in my little brain right now. I just went ahead and I just went with the whole flow, because I didn't really know which way or which direction I wanted to kind of go when I was doing these little Halloween cards. But we made it happen, boo-boos. We did it. And so I hope that inspires you guys to go ahead and make some that are similar to these, or maybe you just want to go ahead and use this kind of like an idea and just go with your own flow, boo-boos. But I hope it kind of inspires you, because right now is a time when everybody could really use some cheering up, and sending somebody special in your life a little Halloween card, or even if it's their birthday or whatever, that will totally make their day. I know that would make my day, boo-boo, because I know I would be happy for that. But anyway, so I hope that inspires you guys, and thank you so much, you guys, for watching this video. I missed you guys from the bottom of my heart. Yes, I did, boo-boos. Yes, I did. Every single day that passed and I didn't do a video, trust me when I tell you, it was killing me. But I just couldn't find the time, and then when I did have the time, something always came up, and it's just, oh my god, why am I going to bombard you with all of that jibber jabber? And so the good thing is that we're back, and so that's all that really matters right now. So thank you so much for watching, my little crafty monsters. If you have not subscribed, if you're new to my channel, welcome, boo-boos. Go ahead and hit that little icon. It's the picture of Ma, and we become BFFFFs, because I know you want to be my BF. And besides, we're going to be baking. Oh my god, we are not baking, guys. We're going to be making some more tutorials, so definitely stay tuned for that. And that's it for now, my little crafty monsters. Oh, don't forget to go ahead and give us a thumbs up. Give us a thumbs up. We got to get that rhythm going back again on my channel, boo-boo. We definitely do. And that'll definitely help my channel grow a little more, and we just make more and more videos. So give us a thumbs up and tell a friend, because your friends also need to know how fabulous these tutorials are going to be. Because don't be stingy, boo-boo. Don't be stingy. Tell your friends. So anyway, that's it for now, my little crafty monsters. Until next time, goodbye.